Good morning, Illini. Thank you for joining us this morning. I'm Addie Ippinson.
And I'm Jared Farmer. Today is March 1st, which means it's the first day of Unofficial St. Patrick's Day.
Right.
Addie, this is your last unofficial. How are you feeling?
It is. I'm excited to get the weekend started, but of course we got to start with GMI action in the morning. But yeah, I am excited, definitely because it's just kind of a senior holiday too, so it'll be fun to celebrate. But first, let's check out what we've got going on the show today.
And top of the morning, Illini.
Today's show, Maddie Rice and Sammy St. Ledger fight off midterm stress in this week's Tag Along.
And women's basketball coach and forward Alex Whittinger joins us in the studio.
Later, we'll check out your unofficial weekend weather forecast. So let's get this started.
Good morning, Illini. Right.
I'm my chair. I would love to read our first stories with them, but they're kind of hard to read, so we will.
Fair enough.
You'll see these later in the show, maybe.
Right.
Well, starting off today's show with GMI on campus, where we'll look at different stories across campus.
For our first story today, it's been a busy week in Champaign restaurant news, with Distill moving out of downtown Champaign, and now Farron's Pub is also making a move.
That's right. I've heard they're named the best burger in Illinois by TripAdvisor last year, though, so I think it's a good addition. And producer Maddie said she saw the mac and cheese burger in person and said she definitely wanted to give it a try.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Well, it is going to be in downtown Champaign, so it's going to be a bit of a commute for some students. Do you think it's worth it?
I mean, any good food is worth a little commute, right?
Yeah, that is true.
Luckily, I have a car, so I'm always the one that's driving people. My friends who don't have cars downtown,
yeah,
if it's
same.
worth it.
Yeah, so it's no big deal. But if you are taking the bus, it might be
yeah, we'll see. We'll see how that
We'll
shakes
see.
out.
We will see.
Well, switching gears, it looks like we may finally be getting a new mascot, the Alma Otter. Illinois student government passed a referendum to add a question to the student ballot on alma mater for next week's vote. It is, like we said, based on an otter, as you can see in the picture. I think I have mixed emotions on it, but I'm willing to keep an open mind. What do you think?
Yeah, very interesting. This mascot was proposed on Reddit last year, and it really made waves on the UIUC memes for underfunded teens Facebook page.
That in itself is a story of its own, I
very
think.
funny. Very interesting page, too, if you're looking for some Illinois-related jokes.
Oh, shoot. I might have to go give them a follow afterwards.
Yeah.
And it might work with some of the other Big Ten mascots, the Minnesota Gophers,
Wisconsin Badgers. So
we'll see.
Illinois Otters. Illini Otters.
Maybe.
So to wrap up GMI on campus, we wanted to share some important unofficial information with you.
Yes, starting today, the bars are 21 plus this weekend, which is different than most weekends on campus. There is a zero tolerance policy, so that's something to definitely keep in mind.
There will also be a increased police presence around the campus just due to the influx of visitors and the nature of this holiday. So my only advice is, be careful, be smart, be responsible, pace yourself. Definitely don't drink and drive, eat, stay hydrated, stay safe, travel in groups, and basically,
I think you covered it.
Yeah, have a good time, but do be responsible.
Just don't be dumb.
Right.
Basically. I think that's what it narrows down to.
Right.
And if you have any other GMI on-campus ideas, feel free to shoot us an email at goodmorningillini@illinois.edu. And speaking of unofficial, I got the chance to sit down and speak with UIPD's Communications Director, Pat Wade, yesterday on some unofficial safety tips. Let's hear what he had to say. Well, this weekend it's so important to stay safe, and that's why I'm here with UIPD's Patrick Wade to tell us more about this unofficial weekend and things we can do to prepare ourselves. How are you doing today, Patrick?
Pretty good. How are you?
Good. Very good. It's a great Great morning. Good morning, Illini. It's a fun place to be. So what makes Unofficial Weekend maybe a little bit different than your average weekend on campus?
So obviously there's a lot more activity, and this is an event that's centered around binge drinking and all of the negative aspects that come with that. Obviously it's not a healthy thing to do. There's crime associated with that, other problems, property damage, things like that. So we try to minimize that. It's our department, it's a collaborative effort with the university and the cities of Champaign and Urbana. So there's a lot more police out there, a lot more student affairs staff trying to decrease some of the problems.
Definitely. And what are some safety tips that you may have for students or visitors coming to campus?
I think the biggest thing is if you're going to be out celebrating Unofficial, we want you to stay in groups. We can look out for each other a lot better that way. And then there's the medical amnesty state law, which is a state law, and the university policy. So if you or someone else needs help, we won't give you a drinking ticket for calling 911. So it's our focus is always going to be on getting help to that person in need, and we're not going to be worried about other minor offenses that are going on at that time.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm glad you touched on that because I feel like that's a lot of students don't know about that policy.
Yeah, and I know there's a lot of students who are fearful of calling 911 because they think, oh my God, I've been drinking, I'm going to get a drinking ticket. But really, there's a much more serious emergency going on
Absolutely.
if you're at a place where you have to call 911. So, and our officers understand that, the medical staff understands that, university staff understand that. So we just want to get help to that person in need.
Yeah, absolutely. And are there any specific rules that are going on starting either maybe even tonight or into Friday and then into the weekend?
Yeah, so it's mainly on Friday. The mayors of both Champaign and Urbana issue their emergency orders, which, among other things, raise the bar age to 21 years old. It puts limit on how much alcohol can be sold at liquor stores without you signing a form. So it's things like that. No guests in university housing. That's been a big one over the years. Things like that. Just trying to deter some of the problems, some of the specific problems that we've seen on Unofficial. We always tell people we don't mind if you go out and have a good time. It's not our prerogative to try to stop that, and that's you're welcome to do that. We just want to stop some of those troubling behaviors that are associated with Unofficial. So. If you're out having a good time, minding your own business, you're not going to have a problem. But if you're causing problems for other people, then you might have to stop and talk with one of our officers.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you for the great advice,
Yep,
and thank you for all you're doing to keep everyone safe here on campus.
Yes, thanks.
Well, thank you so much, Addie, for that really important info, and I hope everyone has a fun and safe weekend. But switching gears, we've got some furry and scaly friends in the studio here today, with their caretakers, Sarah Collin and Allison Deannis from the College of Veterinary Medicine's Wildlife Clinic. How are you guys doing today?
Good.
Good?
Yes.
All right, so let's talk about the animals here. Let's start with the turtle.
So this is Hazel.
Hazel.
She's been with us for 2 years. She came to us in April 2017. She's an eastern box turtle. And we actually got her in at the clinic because a member of the public had her for about 2 years and wasn't feeding her the proper diet or giving her the proper environment. And so she's actually missing a few of her digits on her front feet. And obviously she's very friendly. Box turtles typically will box up into their shells when they're frightened or they feel threatened. And she's clearly out of her shell and trying to interact with everyone.
Yeah, seems like she feels comfortable.
So she can't be released back into the wild. So now she's an ambassador for her species here at the Wildlife Clinic.
Real interesting. Okay. Hold up. Could I hold it for a
Of
second?
course. Yeah, she's very friendly.
Hey there, buddy. Wow. I've never actually held a sea turtle before. I said sea turtle. It's just this
She's
is
a
not
box
a sea
turtle.
Yeah,
Yeah.
box turtle. That's what I meant.
But they are native here in Illinois. So if you're out, out in the forest preserves, you might be able to see one.
Wow, that is so cool.
Yeah.
All right. And
So this is Thistle. She's an American kestrel. It's actually one of the most common raptors that we have in Illinois, but they're so small you don't usually see them. She came to us back in 2012 when she was just a juvenile. She still had some downy feathers, but she had an eye injury. So you can see on the left side that her right side she has an eye, left side she doesn't have one. So because she is a falcon, she needs both eyes to hunt. So we weren't able to release her, but she was already pretty comfortable with people. So she's now an ambassador for her species with our program.
So what's it like working with these animals every day?
It's really exciting. It presents its own set of challenges, I think. We're not working with like pet species, which is what we're pretty much used to at the veterinary college. So this gives us a different aspect to working with animals that, in these cases, they're friendly to humans, but in reality, other species like them, like other turtles in the wild or other kestrels, aren't as friendly. So it's definitely interesting, and they present their own set of challenges when it comes to veterinary medicine as well.
Okay. Well, we have the bird and the turtle here, but
Yeah.
what other species do you guys normally work with?
So we get a really wide variety in the wildlife clinic. We get all of your mammals, so your possums, foxes, squirrels, raccoons. We get all sorts of songbirds, hawks. We get eagles every so often. We'll get turtles, snakes. I think we've got frogs in the clinic right now. So you name it, and we've got it in the wildlife clinic.
Wow, that is interesting. So if any students are interested in getting involved without being a vet med student, how can they?
So we've got two main programs. I'm going to talk about the summer program. So over the summer, they do accept undergrads, and basically you would be on baby team. So you'd be feeding baby squirrels, baby possums, baby rabbits, and they kind of give you an introduction into wildlife rehab. So it's kind of an ease into it rather than just throwing you in there to the veterinary side. And then there's also our resident program.
So our resident program, it's taking care of these guys. So these two, plus we've got, I think, 6 others. And so it would just be one day a week. You come in and help whoever's in charge, and you just kind of help with the daily care, and you can gradually work up to working with the birds, and you can help out with PR events like this.
All right, well, thank you guys so much for joining us today. It was a really wild time. Let's send it out to Taylor Howard in the courtyard for today's weather.
Good morning, Illini. Happy Unofficial. It's a good day. It's a cold day. I'm a little nippy, but I'll manage. My name is Taylor Howard. Today I will provide you with the weather.
I was hoping I wouldn't be that nervous.
So right now it's roughly 27 degrees, but don't you fret, it feels like 28. And later on it will be roughly about 41 degrees. So with the weather that we've been having lately, that's gonna feel just like summer. And as we move on later tonight, it will be 28 degrees. And from the past unofficials, it's been very cold, so I believe we really deserve this weather that we're having right now. And just a reminder, it will feel like 23 degrees, so make sure you bundle up and have a coat with you. So that's what's going on today, and I hope you guys stay warm and stay safe. So I have a question, Illini. Maybe I shouldn't tell you. Maybe I should just roll the clip.
Good morning, Illini. And top of the morning to ya.
I'm Taylor Howard,
And I'm Patrick Gattazone.
and we want to see how much Illini students know about Unofficial and St. Patty's Day. Okay, let's kick it off. So, what year did Unofficial begin?
1996.
95.
You guys were close. It was 94.
Maybe like 1970 something. I don't know.
No idea.
You want to take a wild guess?
No.
Where was St. Patrick's Day brought to America?
St. Patrick's Day was brought, do you know?
I have no idea. I would
But-
guess New York or Boston, somewhere out east.
Wasn't that the Irish dude that like fended away the snakes?
Yeah, that's the guy.
Thanks, yeah.
Yeah, so got you right, Boston. Where was St. Patrick's Day brought to the United States?
Yikes. Is it in the north?
What year was St. Patrick's Day originally celebrated in the United States?
1886. I'd imagine after the potato famine in Ireland around like 1847.
What he said? I don't know.
What are the original colors for St. Patrick's Day? Color, it's one.
Green. I can't imagine.
No, wait, wasn't it blue?
It is blue.
Dude, what is
blue.
going on?
You're on fire.
Dude, he's got Irish blood. Look at his hair.
Pink.
Well, I'm assuming it's not green since you said original, so maybe orange, like the Irish flag?
Orange and green.
I don't know.
It was actually blue.
Orange and blue?
Is it not green?
Green.
Guess Illini students weren't so lucky in guessing trivia for Unofficial and St. Patty's Day. I'm Taylor Howard.
I'm Patrick Catazone.
And good morning, Illini.
Patrick and I had so much fun to see how lucky, Illini was with guessing trivia, and it was super fun. So we're gonna kick it back to the newsroom with Ori Benatar. What's going on, Ori?
Thanks, Taylor. Yeah, nice pun there. Liked it a lot. Anyways, we're going to begin this UI7 News recap where we left off with Unofficial St. Patrick's Day, the holiday on everybody's mind. It's already begun. In other unofficial related news that we have not mentioned, one of the leading campus t-shirt stores has stopped production of unofficial apparel after 10 years. Campus Inc. has been printing t-shirts for U of I students since 1947 and has been known to sell shirts for the campus-wide holiday. The sales of shirts have been decreasing over the past couple of years, and the halt of unofficial shirt sales are due to ownership believing that the party-crazed holiday could be phasing out. So I've got, like a little green block eye shirt that I'm wearing underneath my dress shirt, and something like this could be extinct in a couple of years, so we'll have to see about that. Moving forward though, Amnesty International, which is a human rights group with chapters across the country, united people together for a good cause. Tuesday evening, students and local residents came together in support of refugees that is becoming more important in the Champaign-Urbana community. Though the U.S. is still the country with the most refugees in the world, recent executive actions have decreased the number that are annually accepted. Amanda Watson, a speaker at the event, says that these developments are concerning.
The fact that we're allowing fewer and fewer refugees in every single year which has occurred under the current administration, is a reason that we want to address this now and that we believe it needs urgent action.
If the resolution is passed, Urbana has the possibility of becoming the first non-major U.S. city with an active welcome resolution to take in refugees. Thanks for joining me on this UI7 update. Make sure to tune in every Thursday night, 5 o'clock for more UI7 news. Go on our YouTube channel as well to check out that Amnesty International story and more. But we're going to stick it back into the studio, take it back to Addie and Jared. Guys.
Well, thanks, Ori, for that. After the break, the women's basketball team joins us live in the studio.
I'm so excited for that, and we take a look at your weekend forecast once again. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Thanks for joining us this morning.
For this week's On Paper, Tommy Polson is here with Fighting Illini women's basketball coach Nancy Fay and player Alex Whittinger. Take it away, Tommy.
Thanks, Jared. Thank you so much for talking. And today we have some very special guests from the women's basketball team who are preparing for their final stretch of the season. I'm excited to welcome on Coach Nancy Fay and senior forward Alex Whittinger. How are you guys doing today?
Great. How about yourself?
I'm fantastic. Thank you guys so much for coming on. I'm happy to have you here. Obviously you guys are wrapping up the regular season this weekend, tomorrow in Maryland. What are your guys' thoughts heading into that, and how do you feel going in?
Yeah, it'll be my last regular season game playing here, and so that'll be kind of crazy, but I'm excited to just finish off strong and play a good team doing it, and maybe we can upset them and see how that goes, so yeah.
I think it's really important, like what Alex said, we've got some seniors that have put a lot of energy and time into these 4 years to get this program moving, and what I'm really impressed with is how hard they've been playing each and every day. Practiced well yesterday, and we want to send these seniors out the right way.
Yeah, you kind of mentioned how seniors and everything like that, wrapping up the year in your career. What has kind of these last 4 years at Illinois meant to you? And obviously you've had an unbelievable career. What's it meant?
Illinois has been really good to me. I've just developed a lot of great relationships, both off the court and on the court. Like, my teammates are the best; they're my family. We're gonna have that family forever, which has been just really cool. Playing in the Big Ten's awesome.
Yeah.
I love where we get to go, where we get to travel, and They really roll out the red carpet for us, it's just a great experience. And yeah, it's been great. It's taught me a lot, and I've enjoyed it.
I mean, how about for you as a coach, kind of coming into the program newer and then having Alex there, kind of being as one of those dominant players who's really done so much? How did that make the transition easier for you to come in?
Well, I think one of the first things when I took the job, they told me about Alex, and what a phenomenal player she was. And not only Alex, but what she contributes. She's one of the hardest workers. She plays and demonstrates her leadership by how she plays, by how hard.
Yeah.
So when I came in, but she's got a bunch of teammates that also were excited about moving this program in the direction. We all want more wins, but I can guarantee you her impact on this program and where we're moving is going to be felt for many years.
Yeah, absolutely. You kind of mentioned her impact and the seniors' impact and everything with that. Kind of going back to the actual games coming up, you have the Big Ten tournament coming up soon. What's your kind of feeling coming into that, and what's it going to take to make a deep run?
Yeah, I think Indiana is potentially our first player.
It looks like
first
Indiana or
team.
Purdue, we're not sure.
Yeah, and I mean, yeah, I definitely, honestly, either one of those teams I want another shot at for sure. But yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna try and enjoy everything, be grateful for each moment, take it all in, and not worry about too much what's gonna happen, but just work hard and live with and be happy with the result of that.
Yeah.
I think what's nice about the tournament time is everybody's records turns to 0-0.
Right.
That's what's the exciting part of it. You can kind of go, okay, we've played these teams before, and I think that's obviously the thing we're excited about. It's kind of a second season, and that's why it's called March Madness.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you guys so much for coming on today. I wish you the best of luck in these upcoming games. You can watch the women's basketball team tomorrow at Maryland at 1 p.m. and then the Big Ten tournament coming up soon. The schedule's to be determined, but in Indianapolis, good luck with that, guys.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks so much for coming on. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Tommy. So, Jared, what is your favorite place to go out to eat after a night with friends here on campus?
Addie, it doesn't really matter where I go or what I'm doing. By the end of the night, everybody's at McDonald's.
Yes, I can agree to that. There's nothing better than cheap and good food, and especially when the atmosphere is pretty nice too, right?
Absolutely.
Well, GMI's Chris Joe got the chance to take a closer look at the man behind late night jams at the McDonald's on Green Street. Let's see what you got, Chris.
That's right, Eddie. I got to learn more about the one and only McDonald's DJ for this week's edition of Who Am I? Let's take a look.
I call myself the McDJ because I'm about as real of a DJ as a McRib is a rib. Hi, my name is David Wang. I am the McDonald's DJ from Hinsdale. I'm also an artist. I started playing music here by accident. I came here for food and I forgot to turn off my portable speaker, right? So I was like trying to listen to music and it just came out of my backpack. I don't remember who it was at the register. I'm like, oh, I like that song. You want to stay and play some more? I have a playlist. I choose songs. I don't mix them. Think of me as an intelligent radio. I started drawing last May. Before that, I was just basically being here because I'm bored on a bar night. Having art as a future career path wasn't something I finalized until a year ago. Because I started making money off of it. I was like, oh, maybe I can actually do this. So I started learning and focusing more on that. And it's great. They give me free food here. I'm here anyway. Free office space, good advertisement. Anyone needs a permission. I like to draw people. I've begun a series of exploration into like people of different origins and different ethnicities, especially American people who are in here. Right? I am recruiting. I'm recruiting for successors. Because in 5 months' time, I'm out of here. I'm doing art school either in New York or Chicago. Maybe California, that hasn't gotten back to me yet. So when that time comes, there is not a contingency plan for who will follow me here. So if you got a good playlist and you're bored enough to sit here on bar nights 3 nights a week for about 3.5 hours, yeah, just let me know.
God is dancing on camera. That's what he does to the people at McDonald's.
do that.
Energy and Mine.
Yep,
I
do
know.
that.
I've witnessed this guy in person. He was pretty cool.
Yeah, I actually was there last night and I saw him working on
Yeah?
that same painting. He's
I
love that guy.
Well, before we wrap up today's show, Maddie Rice and Sammy St. Ledger are bringing us some DIY stress relief tips as we approach the middle of the semester. And this week's Tag Along.
Hey, Mets, what's up?
Hey, Sammy. Just studying for midterms.
Again?
Yes, again. It's midterm season.
Is that like your 5th Red Bull?
I mean, 6th, but they're the small ones, so it's like not as big a.
You need to stop. You need to like de-stress and calm down.
It's not as bad as it looks.
No, I think it is. I have like tons of tricks on how to de-stress. Like, do you want to just hang out with me?
Yeah, do you mind if I tag along?
The first step to de-stressing is to get in a very comfortable pair of pajamas. You can't feel relaxed if you don't look relaxed. The key is to breathe. Envision a dark room. Another great way to unwind is to have a cup of tea and catch up on your favorite show.
Me and Maddie planned on matching in flannels and Illinois shirts, and Rich rolls up, our cameraman, in a flannel. Rockin' it. What is your favorite thing?
Hey, Max, is
that my Red Bull? Another great tip to calm down and, de-stress is to just get a face mask on and just kind of relax and unwind, It's good for your skin.
Yeah, somehow this is making me more stressed. Why are you doing this for me?
Trust the process.
Okay,
Trust
where
the
did you
process.
learn any of this?
I did not.
What?
Yeah. All right, Illini, well, good luck on midterms, but don't forget to take those much-needed study breaks.
Thanks for tagging along, and
Good night, Illini. Somebody get the light. Okay,
I look like the moon emoji.
All right, well, before we wrap up our show, we had Taylor come inside. So, Taylor, could you give us the rest of the weekend weather forecast?
Yes, it was freezing outside, but really quickly this weekend, it will be very cold, so have fun, but bundle up, and it's going to snow on Sunday. And that's all I have for you.
Nothing too new.
Well,
Too new.
that's our show for this week. Be sure to follow us on our social media, like us on Facebook, subscribe to us on YouTube, and follow us on Twitter and Instagram.
That's right, all the usual. Thanks for watching, and we will be back next Friday at 10 a.m. So make it a great day, and
good morning, Illini.